Let's go. Ready.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Go ahead. 20 TX.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports
This was an
halftime
extremely
report.
one-sided first half. One team showed up. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. Yeah. Watson, Oscar.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
21G, 21G.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Tua to try again on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
32 stinger.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Turbo one high. Turbo one high. 20 TX.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now he's forced out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown! Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Campbell returning it. This taken in right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Great.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
South salad. Apple. Bama.
Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
Solo left Zion. Corner, long. Yeah. Watch it, Oscar.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Chosen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Mostert. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pass incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
They're right here. Out.
They'll run with Mostert. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing Jones.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
South salad, South salad. Apple, 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 apple. Bama, Bama, Bama. Up, go.
Jones now on third down.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. In motion, Slayton.
Jones throwing on first down. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. After the turnover, it's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Campbell returning it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The New York set to take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Go, River!
They'll run with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
At the 43-yard line, it's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready. 20, TX. Hey, 21, TX.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
For a Miami Dolphin.
20, TX.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Campbell returning it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hyatt able to make the catch downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And this one is right down the middle. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Watkins in motion left. On third down, here comes Swift.
Well, he is not going to get the first down as they'll spike this at about the 28. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down.
And he is caught.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. In motion left is Watkins.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Second and 9 from the 44.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And Hurts going to move him around. They'll run right here with Swift.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
DeAndre Swift.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a first and 10
at their own 26. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
All right.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 1. Hard. Solo left Zion.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Short throw hauled in by Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Two seconds to go, first quarter. In motion right is Brown. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now they'll change things up. Brown goes in motion left. They run out of the gun with Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The slot man in motion right. Now again, right side Swift. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
But Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ready, Josh? All right, fellas, listen up.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle.
this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
21G, hey, 20 TX. Out.
Here's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Able to power through and able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Great. Hey, 73.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Swift going to try up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Swift. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running is Swift.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still 3rd down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On second down, a run by Achane.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Achane.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down, they're going for it.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run right side with Mostert to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 26 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Gtowncapp. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, dog!
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try it now with Swift. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Tua. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. Back now in Miami. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Waddle now to return it. Miami set to take over. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Let's go. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up.
21G. Hey. 20, TX. Out.
On 2nd down, Tua. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And here's Rodgers on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Swift. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 146 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Go Silver, ready? Out.
Smith in motion right.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. In motion left comes Brown.
They will run for it with Gainwell.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing is Hurts.
Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Inaudible here to get a new look.
73.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the